welcome back to My Life and Me. It is May and it's my birthday month, which is very exciting. I have a few plans to celebrate later in the month, so I will show you what I get up to. But yeah, I am quite busy at the moment. I've got quite a lot of work coming in, which is obviously great, but I will try my best to film as much as possible. I have just been at pottery this morning, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm finding kind of difficult at the moment. I feel like since I've been trying to make something quite specific and I've been trying to improve my skills, I actually feel like I've got worse, but we will keep going, we will keep trying. And yeah, I'm just trying to make a simple mug, but try and get it really well done and the walls even, and be able to create the same shape mug every time, which is proving quite difficult, but we will see how we go and we will keep trying. I feel like this month is going to be a busy one, so I'm excited to take you along with me. It's my birthday. I apologise once again for forgetting about YouTube and being really quite terrible at filming stuff, but here I am. It's my birthday. I am working today because it's a Wednesday and I don't really care that much about celebrating birthdays on actual birthdays. I feel like when it's the middle of the week, like, it's not really an issue. Obviously everybody's at work, half my flat are away on holiday, Jimmy's working, so I'm gonna work, but I am gonna do nice work and go and meet Steph and shoot a couple of outfits and then hopefully go for a nice wine or a nice drink somewhere. So that'll be really nice, and the sun is sort of shining. It's meant to be a heat wave next weekend, so that's exciting. And I also sort of already celebrated. I did a dinner with some friends at the weekend where I cooked up an actual storm. I don't mean to blow my own trumpet, but honestly, it was so good. I would say it was like Greek, Mediterranean kind of vibes. And yeah, it was really, really good. But obviously I didn't take any videos or any photos of it, so you're just gonna have to believe me on that one. Anyway, I am just finishing up, getting ready, and then I'm gonna head out, so let's go have a fun birthday. Once again, I forgot to shoot anything for YouTube, but here are a couple of outfits that I was shooting today, and then we went for a lovely wine, and the restaurant gave me a very cute little cake, which was just absolutely adorable, so it was a lovely birthday. I am so excited by the fact that it is basically 30 degrees for bank holiday weekend, which is so good. I'm so excited. I've actually got such a nice weekend plan. I'm just getting ready to leave because me and Jimmy are going to a hotel in London, which I was very kindly gifted a night's stay, and it just so happens that it's tied in with my birthday, which is really nice. So we're gonna have a nice meal, I'll probably go for some drinks, and yeah, spend the night in this hotel, which I am very much looking forward to. I'm gonna get a bit dressed up, which is very rare for me, but I feel like it's my birthday and it's an occasion, so why not? And then I'm also going to do a bit of a picnic in the park situation on Sunday, which will be very lovely in this weather. So yeah, I'm looking forward to quite a fun socialising bank holiday weekend. So we checked into the Pilgrim Hotel, which is in Paddington. Now, I don't really know Paddington as an area, so it actually kind of felt like a little holiday, which was quite nice. The hotel itself was really nice, really kind of minimal, quite chic. I really loved the decor, and this was the look view from our room, so it was absolutely glorious. They also gave us ice lollies on arrival, which I thought was a very cute touch considering it was 30 degrees outside. We headed out for a little mooch around a little Venice and just the general Paddington area. I kept looking at all these incredible houses and could not stop thinking about how expensive they must be. And then we stopped off for a little drink in the sun by the canal, which was really lovely, before heading back to the hotel to get ready for the evening. I was slightly concerned that I was going to be rather overdressed for this place, and I probably was, but this dress was new and I just really wanted to wear it. I feel like I don't really have that many occasions to get dressed up, so it was lovely. We had dinner on the terrace, and honestly the food was probably the best Greek food I've actually ever had, so I would definitely recommend. Although it is a pop-up chef, so I don't know how long he will be there for. And then we had a super chill morning. We didn't have to check out until midday, so we enjoyed a nice relaxing breakfast on the balcony. And then I actually just did a little bit of crocheting, which was just a lovely way to start the day. I am just getting ready to leave for a very exciting brand trip today. I am going away with Stanley Cup, the water bottle brand, so I'm about to go and meet the team and head on our way. I met everybody at King's Cross, and then we jumped on a coach and headed about an hour out of London to the Grove Hotel. We were there to celebrate Stanley's new collection, which is called Outside Together, and we were thrown straight into the deep end and had to do some cooking. Me and Elle were on cupcake duty, and I personally thought we did a great job. The point of the exercise was to create the food that we were then going to eat together at the picnic, which was just such a lovely setup, and we obviously used the new Stanley collection to eat and drink with. It was very hot though, so everything was low-key kind of melting, and I think everyone was very glad to venture back inside to check into our room. Honestly, the room was so big I couldn't quite believe it. The bed was humongous and it had a roll top bath, which I feel like I've never had before in a hotel, and they also left us some lovely goodies, and this little Stanley cup out of chocolate was just giving such cuteness. We then headed out for a walk around the grounds, and because this place is a golf course, there is actually so much space and loads of us kept getting lost. It's actually so massive, but there is a pool and little beach area which was very nice to dip my feet, but I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of giving somewhat Brits abroad because it was half term and there was a lot of children. Just got ready for dinner in the hotel tonight, very excited. I am wearing this gorgeous Ghani dress, which is super old, but it's just such a good staple for this kind of evening. And then I've got my vintage Loewe, which I got in Japan. I've hardly worn it, so I feel like I'm very excited to give it a little outing, so let's go. It was such a lovely evening, so obviously I could not miss the opportunity to take some pickies outside in the sunshine. And then we headed in for dinner, which was this gorgeous setup. We had a 3-course meal, and it was just a really lovely opportunity to talk to a couple of the girls that I hadn't really managed to talk to yet. So yeah, it was a lovely evening where we ate good food and drank good wine. Good morning. We are having a Pilates class this morning, so I'm just getting ready, and then I'm gonna go down and do that, and then we're gonna have breakfast. But it's a very sunny day again. Pilates at these kind of events is always a little bit silly and not that serious, but it was quite fun to do. And then we had breakfast outside in the sun, which was lovely. We just did a really lovely Pilates class. I feel like Pilates at these kind of events is always like a bit silly and not quite as serious as a normal class, which is always quite nice because obviously everybody also wants to get content, which nobody really wants to sweat and do proper Pilates content, I'm not gonna lie. But it was really nice, and then we went for breakfast. I just sat outside in the sun, and yeah, it was lovely. I feel like it's quite chaotic here at the moment because it's the school holidays. There's quite a lot of kids around, and I feel like the hotel is a lot busier than it maybe would be if it wasn't school holidays. But yeah, I have just got ready. I've put my cute little linen Uniqlo dress on, and I'm gonna go for a little mooch and take some last minute pics before we have to check out. The gardens are really pretty and we're quite quiet, so it's a really nice little place to walk around and just take in the scenery and have a little sit and enjoy. I was very much enjoying the sunshine, but the time came when it was time to check out and say goodbye to everyone, and we headed back to London.